Welcome to the digital research strategy subject. And very happy to see you all first time. We have got method. Right. So first I will introduce myself and after that I will introduce the subject matter. Okay. So who am I? So I show my people on a screen. You'll be able to get a concept. So I'm Professor Roshan Ajwal from University of Sri Lanka, the Department of Economics. I will about the Department of Economics. You all are Sri Lanka, so I can grab a report. So I studied there as well as now I'm a lecturer over there. I'm also an FCA. What's an FCA? A fellow chartered become, right? As well as an FCA. Fellow member of CMA as well. Done my PhD as well as my MBA in Japanese. Right. So I think that's enough about myself and teaching for last 20 years. So you can see these my research profiles. So an academics KPI is the H index. I have an H index of 11 and IT index of 13. And my work has been cited by several other researchers on this area. Several research studies in digital business strategy, corporate governance, auditing, etc. etc. So I think that's about enough about myself. Okay, because I would like to talk about more about this subject matter. So I would like to welcome to the digital business strategy subject, and I will tell about the course and how we are going to do the course, what are the assignments that are there, etc. I require you to listen carefully and don't disturb me as well as don't disturb your family. So I request us not to do that. Because first I will give a initial warning, advice, and the second advice, I'll ask that person to stand up and leave the class. It's very embarrassing, isn't it? So therefore, don't put yourself into that kind of situation. So if you want to sleep, you sleep, no worries, but don't snore. And of course, I know the lecture is from 3 to 6, but in fact, the early lecture also finishes at 3. That's why I waited 30 minutes till you get 20%. So let's do likewise. Right at 3:30, let's start this and go till 6. 6. Right, 6. We go till 6 and finish off the lecture and let's start. So therefore, that's about myself. And now let's go to the course outline, the course material. So please go to your LMS. I think you can access that through your smartphone and see whether you can see this page. BSAA 31023 Digital Business Strategy. You are 16DWL 18A EXP. Am I correct? So just check whether you can access this web page. That means you have access. So welcome the LMS as well, learning management system. So all the materials will be uploaded into this website and for digital business strategy, and you can go through them. So then, now you can see under the courses, course outline, I have the course outline as well as 2 textbooks that I'll be using for this course. Let's go through them now. First, let's download and open the course outline. BSAA 31023 Digital Business Strategy. Right? So please download and open it. Okay. Right. I think that there's one online class here, and you can see the screen. Hopefully. So it's only me. This is smart professional. At least it's recorded. Right. Right. So you can see the name of the subject is Digital Business Strategy, known as DBS, Digital Business Strategy. And the postcode is 31023 BSAA. The credit card is 3 is a 3 credit course. That means 45 hours of direct teaching, 15 weeks, 3 hours. The status is a core course. Core course means what? It's not an optional course. It's a compulsory course that everyone will have to do. Then it's a level 3, it's offered in year 3 and semester 1. So the overall learning outcomes are specified here. So learning outcomes are what you get at the end. You'll be able to learn about digital business strategy, the subject matter. And you'll be able to formulate a digital business strategy for a business. So what we are going to do, we are going to do several case studies, in-class assignments, etc. Every week we will have an assignment. And I will give you marks for that, and you'll see how the marks are allocated. So these are the main topics: managing technology in organization, digitalization of business, managing information business, etc., which we are going to cover in here. And more specific content is given afterwards. These are the specific contents we are going to cover each week. Hola on digital strategy. Right, now comes the most interesting part. How you are going to be assessed, isn't it? Subject matter and the assessment is the most important part. So here you can see there will be an individual report, and there will be a group report, and there will be a group presentation. And also, there will be classroom activities each week, and that's called CA, continuous assessment. What's the total weight of continuous CA? The total weight? 20 plus 10, 10, and 10. That's 30. That's how much? 50%. 50% is the weightage for continuous assessment. So what I'm going to do is, at least these are not prepared by me, it's prepared by the management and given to us to be delivered by the lecturer. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to combine the group report and the group presentation and make it one. So you can present the group report. Okay. So there will be no two group assignments, it will be the same one that you will prepare and you will be present. Right? To make your life easy. Not I could have had two group work, but again, it will be one group work where you are going to report it, you are going to prepare a report, and then you are going to present it at the end. Right. So that's how the assessments will be. And every week, except today, you are going to have assessment. And I'm going to give you marks for that. We'll see how to do that. It will be sometimes group work, it will be sometimes individual work like quizzes, which will have. We'll see what kind of things will be. Okay. So that's about the course. And of course, you can see the other things are there. There's 45 contact hours. That means it's a 3-grade course, 15 classes into 15, 45. Direct study and self-directed learning altogether. There's a lot of learning that are there. And then also match with the Srilanka qualification framework. That's it. And these are recommended readings. And I have uploaded 2 textbooks for your reference. Already it's there. Because I don't want to purchase those textbooks, of course, if you can put it together, but again, you don't need it's there. And it's there. Right. So that's about the course on digital business strategy. And how we have to test. And I'm going to also explain today itself what kind of assignments are going to be there for the individual assignment as well as group assignment. And I'll tell you what are the contents of those and what to do. It's not going to be difficult, but again, you have to work. You have to come each day for lectures and you have to take part. Right? The lectures activity. There will be group presentations as well as individual pieces, etc. Okay. So let's go back. Any questions related to the course outline? Is it clear? Not rocket science, it's quite direct. And we'll be doing 15 weeks from starting. So welcome again to the digital business strategy. Right now, this subject was very close to my heart. And there are two textbooks, as you can see, digital business and e-commerce management strategy, implementation and practice, as well as. And also, there's textbook two, strategies for digital concept cases on value creation and transformation. So there will be quizzes in the future, of course. Then today we'll be using chapter 1. You can see all the materials are uploaded already. All the materials are there. So you can print it and print it if you want, or you can use digital devices to take down notes as well as note down anything. It's a hybrid. You can look at the slides using PowerPoint or your phones and take down notes. If necessary. Whatever that's good for you, that's fine. Okay. So today I'll be starting with chapter 1 of textbook 2. Right? Then we'll be continuing that discussion 4. Is this clear? Okay. Why not? Relax. I'm not going to eat anyone. Although I am strict in discipline, but the students see me as a friendly person. But you have to behave yourself. I would like to put that in that way. If I see someone disturbing me, again that 3 steps I'll be taking. The last step wouldn't be nice. There are people who went out. So I don't think anyone here would face that kind of consequences. So let's have a very friendly atmosphere and also get this done. And even the exam paper is also uploaded. Past paper. Right. Okay, there will be case studies after, you can see chapter 2, chapter 3, and the case studies, again case studies. A lot of things we have to cover. There, examination paper, 2023 August. You can see what the structure is. I'll be explaining again. And then I'll allocate companies. Now let's come to, so still this allocation I did for some other group, but for your group I'll be doing this allocation. So there will be an individual assignment as well as there will be a group assignment, as I told you. The individual assignment, what you need to do is I'll allocate you a listed company. For that listed company, you will have to do, for the individual assignment, a market situation analysis. What's the title? Don't worry. You have to analyze the market situation of that company using certain tools like PESTEL. What's PESTEL? PESTEL. Have you heard about PESTEL? Political, legal, then what? Economic, technological, what? And environmental, social analysis is what you are going to do. You are going to analyze the situation there. Then you are going to apply SWOT. So SWOT is what? Signals, opportunities and threats. Analysis and Porter's 5 process model, Porter's value chain model, and likewise several other models that we are going to discuss in the class. So you are going to apply that models and you are going to analyze the market situation. Right? That's what is required in the first assignment. In the second assignment, what you need to do is, right, I'm going to group you into how many, who is the batch leader of this group? Batch leader? Okay, one batch leader, the other batch leader. Good. That's why you spoke to you. Good. So, how many are there in this? There are 2 batches, right? What will be the how many? Approximately, I don't even 100% accurate answer. 80. 80. I don't see 80 here. 80 students, right? So we'll have maybe, we'll see. Already I think we have 4 groups, right? Already we have groups. What's the number in this group? Jason put a group 80. Okay. So we'll have the same groups. If you want to change, you can change the group. So if you want, you can have the same. So I'm not going to regroup you, so you can form your own group. So maybe, yeah. Then what you'll be doing is, let's say there is a group that has 8 members, and we have now 8 individual reports. So your group assignment, what you need to do is you have to select one company out of that 8 and take it forward and make a digital business strategy for that particular listed company. That is what is required under the group assignment. So how many individual assignments? That will be now. Let's say there are 80 students. Then how many individual assignments? 8. Then I'm going to group you into 10 groups. Per group, how many members? 8 members. Then I told you, let's say there's group A that has 8 members. Then out of that, right, when you're going to go for the group assignment, what you have to do? You have to select one out of that, what? 8. Out of that 8 members, you have to select one company and take it forward as what? The group assignment. Where you will be introducing the digital business strategy, especially in that. That's all what you have to do. You have to do a group, then it's a group one. So you have to do a group report as well as group presentation, right? And day. The deadline is 1 week before the last day of the lecture. Things are very simple. 1 week before the lecture, that's where you have to submit the group one, group assignment. And the last week you are going to submit the individual assignment. So that's how it's going to work. Right. So that's about the individual assignment as well as group assignment. As again, I have built some notes as well. So here, what you have to do is you have to perform a market situation analysis for the individual assignment using these analysis and come up with a document. And then the group one, you are going to develop, right? I'll update this information now. It's for another group which I prepared, I'll update it. It's not November, with involved. So I'll update that and we'll have this as I have in this. You might not be able to see this yet. Okay, so that's about the individual assignment as well as the group assignment. Any questions? More questions would naturally come. Of course, the two batch leaders could speak to me. And at the break time, please give me your details so I can have it. So when I have to pass certain information, I'll contact. Right. So please do contact me as well as I use the batch leaders as my communication channel to my good students. Okay. So that's how we are going to do things. So companies allocated, I'll reallocate the companies to my good students next week or week after next. Any questions? And we are going to meet every day. What? At what time? This time. This time. What's the time? What's the time? 3:32. Yes. At 3 we are supposed to be, but again, I do understand. When I came here at 3:05, the lecture was still on there. So I felt so bad about you. Okay, so regarding that, I know he realized at 3:15 I cannot expect all as well. So I gave additional 15 minutes. So at 3:30 we'll start. We have to be practical, right? So we'll manage with 2.5 hours and we'll go up to 6. We'll go up. But I know there are 30 students coming from far away areas, but what to do? This is the thing, isn't it? No. So we have to manage the things accordingly. And we'll be meeting every week from starting this. We'll be using ChatGPT as a class as well. Yes. GPS software. Because we are teaching digital business strategy, isn't it? So I'm going to teach you how to use that properly. ChatGPT is an excellent program where you can write the code, Python code or C++ code. You can write it and you can run it. You don't need to know even Python to run Python. So ChatGPT will write the code. Programming, everything is done through ChatGPT. Right. Okay. So that's about myself and that's about the course. And also an example get the ideas the past week. Right. So now what we can do is we shall go and download the first slide. Chapter 1 textbook. Can you download it and open it? Using your smartphones? So we have smartphones, but Okay. So chapter 1 you can open, and in this chapter we have to study the important concepts of digital business chapter. Chapter 1. So why don't you take down in your notebook, or maybe you can type this and say chapter 1. Chapter 1. Key terminology and evaluation of EDs. Key terminology and evaluation of EDs. Why not you take down the topic under this topic? Don't be lazy, take your textbook, or you can type it for problem, but they can action, then you will be moving forward. Take out notes. They are the figure again, they come up with out. So this is the first chapter that we are reading, and we are going to understand several key concepts under this chapter. Under this chapter, we are going to understand several key concepts. So this is very careful change of law, and you will put it the next part done, and we'll go forward. Although I'm not good at it. So key terminology. Chapter 1. So these are the chapter learning outcomes. At the end of this chapter, you will be able to do these things. Learning outcomes means what you will be able to do at the end of the chapter. Once I cover this chapter content, these are the things that you will be able to do. That's what learning outcome. Number 1, you will be able to understand terms like what's e-business, electronic commerce. Are they the same? E-business, electronic commerce. Then mobile e-commerce, social commerce, omnichannel commerce, you'll be able to understand. Then also you will understand the concept of strategy. And you'll be able to even apply that, not today, because next week will be our English week. You'll be able to apply that on live class. Then describe the life cycle of technical revolution. There's a revolution taking place in terms of technology. What's the life cycle? There's 4 stages there. We'll look at this. Then what are the 4 main periods of e-business evolution? There are 4 main phases. And then what are the main benefits of being an e-business? Let's say there is a brick and mortar physical business, and if you want to convert yourself to a physical virtual business or an e-business, what are the benefits that you can get? So these aspects we have to understand. At the end of the discussion, you will be able to answer these questions. That's what means what? By learning outcomes of this. Okay, there are several things, but we are unable to finish all these things in this week itself, and it's on essay as well. So we'll be taking forward some certain aspects to the next day as well, next week. Okay. So let's start with e-terminal. First, please take down e-business. E-business. First concept that we have to understand under this subject is what's an e-business. E-business. An e-business. So what's an e-business? Read and tell me what's an e-business together. Write and tell. What's an e-business? So already I'm getting answers. What's an e-business? So you can see application of information technology into internal and external activities of business, right, is called an e-business. We are applying information technology into the internal and external aspects of business. Now, one student was studying, right? He was studying that yes, e-business, it involves also what? Social media, social media marketing. Indeed, that to be in touch with the customers for external activity. So you can see here, an e-business, you are using information technology, electronic means to conduct internal and external activities. What are internal activities? Within the business activities, you could use e-business. Now, for example, there might be an intranet within the organization. The employees might be communicating using that intranet. That's internal activity. There might be an ERP system. At least there might be an accounting system. Electronic means. So you do those activities within the business. Then, right, also this includes application of electronic means or information technology to conduct external activities as well. What are external activities? As he told, marketing. And then dealing with your customers. Like we use e-commerce platform for that. Right? Even sending an email would count for that. Okay. So what an e-business means is you use information technology or electronic means to conduct internal and external activities. So that's why the key terms are highlighted. To use internal and external, to do internal and external activities, you use electronic means, information technology. You can see these include production, development, maintenance of IT infrastructure, project management, lot of things. Even internal activities will involve the ERP system. In our organizations, people have ERPs, and ERP system is using electronic means to conduct activities with the business to a certain extent. Then, of course, you have external activities. There you are dealing with your customers and suppliers. Customers and suppliers who use e-business. Now my question to you is this. Can we consider SAP as an e-business? SAP, is it an e-business? What is it? SAP e-business. SAP e-business. Now when it comes to e-business, there are different stages. Some companies are completely e-business. Like what? Google and Amazon. Google and Amazon are complete e-business. How about Yahoo? Yes, indeed. How about Dallas? Almost. Then Ipman. Those are all almost complete e-business. But then there are certain businesses that are using information technology to a certain extent. Now, for an example, at SAT, we distribute materials through what? Do we physical print and bring it to me? Now, what I'm using? Electronic things. When SAT wants to communicate with you, they send an email. What's that? Electronic. So, therefore, it's not 100%, but to a certain extent, we do use what? Information technology. So, therefore, to a certain extent, we could call this also business, but to a certain extent. So, I'll teach you what are there are 4 extents that you can consider. There's pure play. Pure play means 100% those businesses are on virtual platform. Now, Uber, what do you think? Uber, is it a pure play? Yes. Everything is done. Have you ever seen an Uber? Okay. No. They are folks in America, but they do the activities all through their app. So likewise, if a business is applied information technology, electronic means to conduct internal and external activity, even at least to a certain extent, you could consider that as an. But the extent would be different, of course. Now, compared to Google, that doesn't use information technology as Google uses, is it? Of course. So in that case, then you even physically meet like this, isn't it? If they do it completely business. Everyone meeting virtual. But unfortunately, the virtual platforms don't work. Okay. You can see an example is there. Although there is supposed to be a student, but the student is not there. But sometimes the student is not there. The student is there, but not there. How comes that? Student is there, but not there. virtually not virtually but what's there? They are not linked. They are doing all other activities except studies. So that's why we have to scrap the virtual platforms and then go to the physical platform like. But being a strategist in e-business, I do believe that we need to have a more kind of resources as well as more infrastructure in Sri Lanka to conduct virtual classes. If not, what happens is that the students don't study. Right? The students don't study, they just virtually are there but not there. That's a problem. But on the other hand, an e-business is where you use electronic means to conduct internal and external activities right in the business. Is this true? E-business, right? Application of information technology for internal and external activities of the organization. Right, and e-business. Then let's go to the second concept. E-commerce. Is e-commerce the same as e-business? What's the difference? Read and tell. Now look at what is e-commerce. What's e-commerce? What's the difference with e-business? Are they the same? Read. Now please take down e-commerce. E-commerce. Electronic commerce. Electronic commerce. Tell me the difference. Look at the definition and tell me what's the difference between e-business and e-commerce. Look at e-commerce and e-business. But then there's some points about that they were there, right? By looking at even the name, it differs. What's the difference? E-commerce and e-business. අපි ආමු නේද එකෙක් කියලා. තරහින් ඕනේ අපි එකේ දරුවෝ. What's the difference?
Part of the business and
Good, very good. She is giving the exactly correct answer. Good. What's the meaning of that? What is the difference between business and e-commerce? Yeah, how do you share? What's the difference? Very good. Students are giving the exactly correct answer. Very good. What's broader? E-business is broad. E-business is a broader concept. Out of that, one subset is e-commerce. What's the large subset? I would say e-commerce. Actually, an e-business I told there are internal and external. In e-business, you conduct internal and external activities using electronic means, information technology. So here you can see e-commerce is a subset of e-business, particularly dealing with the outside. E-commerce deals with the outside. And there are two kinds of e-commerce. Buy-side e-commerce and sell-side. Buy-side, buy and sell. And you can take down these things. Put it in a diagram so you can understand much better. Buy-side e-commerce and sell-side e-commerce. Two kinds of e-commerce. Buy-side e-commerce means you are dealing with your supplier. You buy your raw material. Buy-side e-commerce. Buy-side is dealing with your supplier. Sell-side dealing with your customer. Buy side sales. Buy means you buy your raw material. Sell means you are selling your products and services to your customer. Buy side and sell side e-commerce is also there. So you can see you are absolutely correct. I asked few students, they gave exactly the correct answer. E-commerce is a subset. E-commerce is a subset of e-business. E-commerce is a subset of e-business. When it comes to e-commerce, there are two other aspects, two sides of that. What's that? The buy side as well as the sell side. Buy side means you are dealing with your suppliers. Sell side means you are dealing with your customers. So when you deal with the customers, you can use social media platforms. So that's what he was telling, right? Social media marketing is also part of it. And in this course, we are going to discuss what are the strategies that you could use for implementing proper e-commerce and etc. Right? So that's why I have given here. Electronic commerce, e-commerce is a specific subset of e-business focused on facilitating transactions and selling products and services. So here I told, okay, there's a buy side as well as sell side transaction. You buy from your suppliers and you sell to your customers. Is it clear? It's not big rocket science, what we see, but you have to understand there are. Right. There are types of e-commerce. You don't need to take down this, but just say types. And then there are different types of e-commerce. B2B, B2C, C2C, and C2B. What's B2B? B2B can what? Business to business e-commerce. Business and business deal with each other using e-commerce. Then B2C, business to consumer e-commerce. Then C2C, what? Consumer to consumer. Just there are e-commerce like that. Then also C2B, consumer to business. Consumer selling things to business. You will see. Now my first task to you is, first activity to you is, tell me examples, Srilanka or otherwise, for B2B, B2C, C2C, and C2B. How can you know that? Right. Now open your ChatGPT. Use your ChatGPT, use your smartphones, other AIs, okay, and just provide examples for these types. Just say B2B, B2C, C2B, and C2C. And give me the answer. B2B, you will be surprised that there are certain examples of business and business are dealing with each other. Just go to ChatGPT and see B2B, B2C. Of course, you have to use technology in this class. And nothing wrong. ChatGPT is a great learning tool. Why not? Our letters are ChatGPT, you know, each other. But you have to use it carefully. I don't see anything wrong in using it. There are 70 students. 70 registered students. Right. This is the card. Ask ChatGPT to tell what. Please actually provide example. For example, particular iteration. Initially, I don't need to that's really but foreign. Okay, now wait. We'll ask our students to give examples of B2B, B2C, B2B, and C2C. We will take down notes. That's how you learn. You learn using ChatGPT. ChatGPT is not only for coding assignment. It's a great tool, a great tool that you can use. Extensively for studies. Use extensively for your study. Take time, and write here all the time. Ask it to give example. The examples they want. ChatGPT. Learn about. But for both people. In fact, I pay $20 each month to ChatGPT because I can get so much information. And sometimes when I want advice, I ask it, give me advice. You want a demonstration? Okay. Let me give you a demonstration. I'm a data analytic graduate, right? So I sometimes come across data analytics issues. Okay, let's ask ChatGPT, my assistant, some question. She will give immediate answer. Non-judgmental. She's not going to judge about myself. Also, to the other always advisor. Can you ask it? How much assistant? Not done yet. Sir, hello, how are you? Excellent. It's a nice day, isn't it? Yes, I'm doing my data analysis, and I need to check for fixed and random effects in performing panel revision. Can you tell me how to do that? I'm not sure.
To check for fixed and the house test. Outline. 1. Estimate the fixed.
Some genders, they start speaking in stuff. Just joking. See, this is what I do. While I'm traveling, I ask questions. When I feel tired, when I feel late, I say, okay, I feel lazy, what should I do? Then it tells what I should do. In ChatGPT, the paid version, use this assistant. Sometimes I tell you to write an email. So let's ask it to write an email. Ask her to write an email with all due respect. I don't know the way. Okay, let's say I got quite angry with my vice chancellor, and I will say that not angry. Let's say, for example, yeah, maybe I'm not happy about my co-researcher, my research student, who has not done the job properly. My research student has not I'm supervising a research student. My student has not done the research analysis properly, and I will give a kind of a warning. Let's ask it to write an email. Follow me. Any scenario, but just a scenario. Again. Hello, how are you?
Oh, thank you.
Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now you need to write an email for me. My research student has not done the analysis on the deadline, and therefore I want you to write him a warning email to do the regression analysis and send me by 22nd this month. Not there will be unforeseen consequences. So I want to write an email to my research assistant and to do that to be clear.
Here's a draft for you. Subject urgent. Regression analysis submission by January 22nd. Dear student name, I hope this email finds you well. I noticed that the regression analysis was not submitted by the agreed deadline. Please ensure that the analysis is completed and sent to me by January 22nd. Failure to meet this new deadline will result in unforeseen consequences. If you have any issues, please let me know immediately. Best regards, Roshan. Does this work for you?
Excellent. Thank you. And the best thing I stopped. And the best thing is the transcript is there. It's just to copy and paste it to my email and send. That's how you could use. Yeah. Why did you waste your time writing emails and composing emails? That's the future that we are talking. And I'll give you more applications and more examples how I use ChatGPT for generating Python code and bring my activity, office activities, very productive. How to make it more productive. So, did I give the wording? No. Those days there was this text to speech and speech to text. When you talk, it will write, but not like this. With AI, it will understand the content and tailor an email very quickly. So, do you need again assistance? No. Not secretaries, no assistants. You can run it by yourself. You can do it by. That's what digital is. These are simple examples. These are simple examples, but massive transformation is taking place in this area. Right. I could have asked her, give me an example for B2B. She would tell. Okay, we'll ask you. While කරන දෙයක් තියෙනකෝ නේ. Assistant එකෙක් නෑරලා ඔය වාලගෙන I'm talking ඉතලෝ නේව. නැත්නම් බලන්න දෙනවලු විතරක් නේව වයි විතරක් මහින් වෙන්නේ කියලා. Yeah, correct. B2B software license, very good. Microsoft is giving software license to SAP. Right? So SAP is also a business entity. Microsoft is also a business entity. Software license, excellent example. B2B. Another example, we'll have the best data. The best data are yes. Oh yeah, supplier and maybe there is a supplier who provides some raw materials, some kind of items, some kind of raw materials and etc. to another executive. Excellent, very good. So that's B2B. So two excellent examples for there, like providing software license from one entity like Microsoft to another entity like SAP or Srilanka, and as well as a supplier providing raw materials to another. Then B2C. You can also, there's another very good example, international, what's that? It starts with A. Amazon. Amazon. That's so it's from part B2C. The business selling items to consumer. Another example. Netflix again is a movie company, right? It provides us movies and we as consumers we consume that for a subscription. So B2C companies are there. As well, Daras, how about Daras? Okay. It's I think also it's hybrid like I got that. Right. So let's see C2C. That's interesting. Facebook marketplace, yes. as well as how about eBay? Exactly, eBay. In eBay, what happens is consumers as consumers complicate. eBay is the platform. eBay is like our Ida wallet. Ida wallet is usable park houses in the ground, isn't it? And people come and enrich. Likewise, in eBay, I can put an item as consumer and someone is coming with it. The platform is not big. Amazon is different. Amazon sells items. But in eBay, you can meet consumers and they can do fast. So that's where we have C2C, consumer to consumer. The best example I would say is, yes, eBay. You can take up eBay. That's C2C. Then C2B. All the companies on C2B. Consumers selling items to the business. Example. Yes, there might be freelancers, photographers. Let's say my hobby is photography. So I can take photos and then I can sell it. But another kind of crops, I could do certain things as the consumer and I could sell them to business. That's the So likewise, the B2B, right, and B2C, government to consumers and government to business, likewise, there are several variants, but these are some examples of what? Each complex. Is it clear? Right. So I got excellent example. So how about Dallas? Dallas has somewhat, I don't know. It's a kind of forced B2C arrangement where businesses are there that sells items to consumers, but sometimes some platforms are there that even some interactions could be taking place within the consumer. But mainly it's a B2C arrangement. Right. Okay, here pictorially we are showing the buy side e-commerce as well as sell side e-commerce. You can see this the business and the business dealing with its consumers is known as what? Sell side or buy side. Businesses dealing with its consumers, what you call that? Buy side or sell side? Sell side. We sell items. Then businesses dealing with the suppliers, what's that known as? Buy side. So it's pictorial depicted here that we learned that buy side and sell side. Then now let's look at the three nets. Please take down intranet, extranet, and the ethernet. Please take down intranet, extranet, and the ethernet. Intranet, extranet, and the ethernet. Right. Again, use ChatGPT or whatever other so and tell you what are the differences among these three people? Intranet, extranet, and the internet. What are they given? Again, use ChatGPT, of course. Why not? For now, my assistant was there. My assistant was done with it. This ChatGPT, ChatGPT assistant. They were given non-judgmental. Doesn't get emotional, doesn't get angry, he doesn't get angry, he doesn't get emotional. And you can speak anything with her. Intranet, extranet, and the internet. My question to you is, what's the difference among the internet, extranet, and the internet? There are difference, what's the difference? Both there are different. So I would like you to tell. 2 seconds, ChatGPT. So these are concepts that you have to understand. To understand the subject matter, first of all, need to know about these ingredients. And then you'll be able to apply. So what are these ingredients? What do we mean by e-commerce? Maybe earlier you thought it's the same thing. No, it's not the same. Even so what's the difference? Intranet, and the extra. I give you the answers, of course. All answers will be discussed, but we will use the opportunity to first learn it and then understand. Then I teach you. This way of learning is that you discover info. That's what we promote research. Research is only the first one. Research. Today's teaching is research. So what's the difference? So the lecture asked question, they did not ask from me. How much the student? How much the college? There you go, the Tara. So let me ask them. Let's try to understand. And also, if you don't understand something, you can say, again to the ChatGPT, explain this more. Explain this more, then ChatGPT will explain that more. Therefore, don't only be satisfied with the answer that it gives. Ask it more. Elaborate with an example. Like give the problem more, then so it will do with an example, but an internet, extranet, accidentally. Right. We start. People are writing down. Of course, please take down notes, right? And it will be helpful because at the exam, I'll be asked to define. I'll be asking you to define what's internet, what's external. The difference in among internet, external, and the. It's not difficult at all. It's quite straightforward. Quite straightforward, and we'll be able to very well understand and apply these concepts at the exam as well as elsewhere. Difference. Okay. Transition on these three concepts. Connect, and ego. Yeah. Don't worry, you can give simple example. For later that more than that. Yeah, but I've got very good answer. Let's start, no? Let's start. Last of that zero. About the what's an extra inter? It started an inter. What's an inter? Your last you was so I think I got the answer from the students. Yes. And intranet is a private. Only the employees of the business should access. Likewise, it's a network drive that only the employees could get. Can external parties access them? That's an internal. Private network that's reserved for only for who? For the network. That's an internal. Right. Now let's talk about external. External. This was an example. So you should really want to read it. What's an external? No, no, external. External. Intranet. Then I am now interested in external. Yes. Good. Share the idea. Good. How's the routine home? You like getting voice. That's a the other problem. What is extra? Excellent. So extended private. Extended private. So we are now suppliers and customers also can be connected to their own. Now, for example, the integration system can be connected to the integration system can be connected with the supplier. If the inventory level goes down, automatically purchase order can be raised and sent to the supplier. So that's what at extra. So an extranet is an extended private network. Intranet is only the network should access. Now certain key suppliers, key customers could access that network. Like for example, the inventory system might be connected with the supplier. Like I think warehouse in our warehouse, in my organization warehouse, the inventory level goes down, automatically purchase order will be raised and sent to whom? To my son. That's it. What's it? Internet compared to these two. Then internet anyone can. Now anyone could access the result, like our website. Because this website. Anyone. Already internet, only who can access the employee. Extranet, employees from some selected part. Internet, anyone can. So based on the scope of the access, we differentiate these things. What are the things? Internet, extranet, is it clear? It's a little difficult. But these concepts are very easy to understand as soon as we can apply this into our studies. Right. I tend to get a small break. Break a target of study. Then afterwards, we will discuss these 5 online presents. Right? Online presents, there are 5 types of online presents. What are these? Again, with the examples, let's try to understand. But before that, we'll take a small break. ability will break till 45. Right. Or 45. Almost. You can break and then before. Congratulations. Sorry, I can only that.
அந்த பேப்பர் நான் கையே கொடுக்கறேன் எக்ஸாம் இருக்கு ஒரு 1 வீக் என்ன சொன்னா
ஐயோ கடிச்சு கரடி வாங்கி கரடி பாரடி எடுத்து உள்ள நல்ல மொட்டை
What message are coming? The best leaders asking it from. Right. So now we shall look at these 5 online lessons. Okay, online learning. What are these online? Online, what types of online? Online. So, when we look at certain websites of certain goods and services, we can classify then into 5 types. First one is transaction e-commerce site. Then service oriented relationship building site. Then brand building site. Portal or media site as well as social networks. Now I want you to tell me what are these. With examples. Right? With examples, you need to tell me what are these. Can you give an example of transaction e-commerce? Again, use what? The without and tell me what are these. With an example, then I'll explain what are these. Once you tell me what are these. So these are 5 types of online courses. 5 types of online courses. 5 types of online courses. Transaction e-commerce site. What's that? Service relationship. What's that? So these are potential examination question. You can put 5 stars. So when I say examination question, you can put 5 stars. Very important, DILP. Very important, important. Everything on the DILP. Barcodes. So what are these? With the example, you can explain. 5 types of online business. What are these? Then I'll explain what are these. Very important. No problem. So people who can repeat it, you can take the online exercise. 5 types of online exercise. And what I have done assignment is a small task. So I have asked you to tell what are these with an example. An example, explain what, then I will get for you. So I give you the chance to tell. I have given a task to explain 5 types of online classes. What are they? The first one is transaction informal side. What's that? I want to explain with an example. Then service oriented relationship with you. What's that? With an example. The brand to be site, portal of media site as well as social network. I want you to give me an example and explain what's it. Use ChatGPT indeed. Without ChatGPT, use for refer. Then we can ChatGPT. Where? But explain this in an example. Use ChatGPT. You might just. So you can learn a lot from ChatGPT. So you might, some people who came late might consider why there are 5 stars. 5 stars means it's a potential examination question. And also I have said VIP because again it's going to be very important. Last papers below in question, these questions are repeated. Repeatedly asked. So we can say 5 stars, VIP, what are the indications, say that these are important. Let me know what cross section comma C side. So these are important concepts that you have to understand the subject. What else? Example. Right. Most we have got your answers. Shall we start? Right. We start on the first row and then go backward. Right. Pilar. Right. Pilar, what's the trans? And then don't worry, I will put it. Very good. It's a website that you can do transaction, e-transaction, commercial transaction you can do. You can do buy side as well as sell side transactions using this website. So e-transactions to people you can buy items, you can sell items using this website. Example. Amazon is the best example for transaction e-commerce. Then how about Daras? Second row, someone said, Daras, can we consider Daras as an e-commerce site? What's this? Why? We are taking that. So Amazon, Daras are good examples for transaction e-commerce site because those sites are there to do e-commerce. Amazon. Are good examples for this. Transaction e-commerce. Then let's go to the second type of website that we are going to talk. We were thinking of the that we'll ask you. Sudha, can you tell us a service-oriented relationship building site? And tell me anything. I will not want to hurry again because of their population. Maybe yes. Transaction, service-oriented relationship between is it? Right, I'm getting different answer. So here what you have to understand is this website is there to develop relationship. I'll give the best example. Best examples are consultancy firms, audit firms, algorithm. Let's take for an example, Ernst & Young, KPMG, and Deloitte. Now, those companies, those entities do have websites. Can we go there and download audit? Another thing you can download download. Can you download one? Can go to, let's say, Ernst & Young and download one audit from there. You can't. You don't download goods or services from there. But then why they have the website? To develop relationship. There, the contact information will be there. So in that website, then you will call that particular people that you are interested and develop the relationship and get your services done. Consultancy websites are very good examples for that. Companies who provide consulting, like audit consultancy, assurance services, non-assurance services are good examples for that. Here, the main purpose of the website is to what? Facilitate relationship. Facilitate relationship. So the contact information will be there, and you have to do what? Contact them, and you have to do it. So that's why we call it what? Service-oriented relationships building it. So service-oriented, consultancy services. We get examples, consultancy service. Consultancy service. And then more examples, Ernst & Young, KPMG, Deloitte, are good examples for that. Of course, video. Then there are several other firms who provide consult, auditing, assurance services as well. So good examples. Anyone from Ernst & Young? Okay, I'm from Ernst & Young also. I'm EY, KPMG. Yeah, KPMG. Deloitte. That's one Deloitte guy. So likewise, we do have a good representation. So my advice to you is get the training from the best place ever. Right? Big audit firms, a good place to get training. Then non-audit sector, go to the best as well. Right? Later on, I'll tell what's the importance of that when I think to strategy. Strategy. You have to have a life strategy as well. Okay. Right. Then that's service-oriented relationship building website. So you can take down EY, KPMG, Deloitte. And there are other websites also. Almost all of them provide consulting services, audit services, etc. Here you can't just go and download auditing. You can develop relationships and get your audit done. Consult. Then let's talk about brand building websites. Brand building websites. Brand building example. What's that example? Brand building. Okay, yeah, we have a good brand. It's not an example, so we can now, I put an example for brand building. So this website is there for building a brand. They like to showcase their brand. A good example. Coca-Cola. The Coca-Cola has a website, isn't it? Are you going to go and order Coca-Cola from there? Coca-Cola has a website there. You can get a Coca-Cola download or not? Order or not? No. And who do you think? Why is that? Why that Coca-Cola website is there? If you are going to order Coca-Cola, if you are going to download, no, not why. Yes. They keep that website to what? Propagate their brand. To advertise their brand. Another very good example is Apple. At the Apple website, you are not going to go and purchase Apple products from there. Of course, they will sell that. They will direct you to their partners, their partners. So then why there's Apple website? To develop and promote its brand. So good examples, what she called Coca-Cola and Apple. And if you have some media is also there, close by. Right? Now, of course, I would never go and purchase a suit from, like, virtually from comedians. Of course, I will go and buy that business. But then by this website, for develop this brand, to proposing this brand. Like as Apple, then we have Coca-Cola, Amelias, these are some examples. DBTOP, there are the examples. You are going to buy from them, but it promotes brand. So we call that brand building sites. Coca-Cola, Apple are good examples. Then portal of media sites. The last another student asked that and a good example, but there are enough examples. Last one. News information, media information is what, isn't it? Like for example, in Sri Lanka, we have what? We have a daily minute of it, right? That's news. There's under observer there. We have news. And also portal sites are there where you can get portal sites like dialogue portal. Dialogue portal, dialogue what services are. So like basically media as well as portal where you can impart information, news to the users. Good, very good. Then finally, social network. So, social network, an example is Facebook. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter are good examples for what? Social network. Social network, right? So Social network sites, Facebook, etc., are good examples. So I got very good answers and see how ChatGPT can be used for studies. So you know what? That is a assignment as you know. But ChatGPT is more than that. ChatGPT is more than that. You can study, you can learn, but you have to know what you are doing. So sometimes biased answers do come. It also comes from machine learning. You are getting the mobile. It is old. I feel like one teacher have assistant. When they are coming to bank, this is experimentation. But I'm really thankful for your batchmates. One of your batchmates. Money taking for the guidance about everything. So get out. Like user friendly करना देंगे. Really appreciate it. The question is. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Come on with the why don't you give a tap for it? Okay. Now write down mobile commerce. Please take out the concept called mobile commerce and we study that. What is mobile commerce? Mobile. And I really appreciate taking the prestige to coming and supporting me at a difficult point. Right. Now this story, mobile phone. This data was mobile phone. What mobile? You use mobile devices and a mobile network in eco. I will give a very good example for that. A site that you can use only a mobile device. Mobile device है कितना use करना है? You can't use anything. You can't use a desktop computer for this purpose. What's that? Uber. Can you order an Uber cab to your desktop? You can't. Why? Because you need to have a mobile number. You have registered it and you have get it. So these mobile commerce mean that you can use only a mobile device and a network, a mobile network to do the e-commerce activity. Best example is PickMe and Uber. So the critical points are here. I get it, right? Here you are using a mobile device as well as it's limited to mobile telecommunication network. Example, please take down, it's already there. Pick me and indeed that's the answer as well. So you use mobile devices to do e-commercial activities, and of course, you are using the mobile telecommunication network like Mobitel, Dialog for that. So just the internet connection is converted. You need a mobile telecommunication network. So these two characteristics are required to do mobile commerce. So that's there. The make I can only carry daily. Okay. All here. Ini kerana memang. Then let's see what social commerce. Please take down social commerce. Now you know what's e-commerce, mobile commerce, and let's understand what social. Please take down social. Social commerce. Social commerce means you are using social web to conduct e-commercial activity. Best example is what? Facebook. But you can see there are companies who are registered under Facebook who sells their items, buys items, sells items, etc. That's called social commerce. And now we are using WhatsApp also for commercial activity. WhatsApp for business is used for that. Then Facebook is a very good example for social. for the system. Then finally today, I will discuss with you what do we mean by zero momentum. And that's the last concept that we are discussing. After that we shall go home. They repeat, we shall go home. Right. Zero momentum. Please take down. Zero momentum. We call it zero. What's this concept? Again, this is facilitated by modern technology. Now, when I was your age, about maybe 25 years ago, right? So when I was in your age, I was fascinated with electronics and devices. But at that time, we did not have this kind of electronic devices, shops, online presence, nothing. So I had to come to MC to see what's there. So I was using students like you, like those days. Then I had to come to MC. What's MC? Majestic City. Those days it was rampant with so many shops there, but with COVID-19, lot of shops went there. Being banked up. And then we had PC house, like a lot of things. So they are now, they are not no longer there. Then I went to MC and I bought an MP4 player. What's the difference between MP3 player and MP4 player? An MP4 player can play video. So I went to there and then they showed me an MP4 player. And I was so fascinated with that item, so I bought it. Then I took the 112 bus, now it's no longer there. Right? Hotel in Maharaja. Then I took that bus and I went to Vijayarama and went to my body place and I was playing it. To see, I could watch videos only for 2 days. And after that, what happened? It broke. Then I did not go back because I write it off as R&D. Research and development. So it was in my R&D budget, so I write it off and I forget it. But today, if I were to purchase something, I'll exercise zero moment of truth. What does it mean? Before even you go into the shop physically, you will know the truth. Whether that item is good or bad. How? Are you not this thing? All of them at the moment. Here the correct answer. What's the answer? Reviews. You will read reviews. You will read posts on the particular. These days, I'm very careful when I do online purchases. Indeed, I buy only from reputed brand only. Right? If I'm going to purchase something. But on the other hand, even that, I will read. Then I will know the truth even before I purchase that. That's called what? Zero moment of truth. That's called zero moment of truth. That's called zero moment of truth. Z-mod. Right? Z-mod. So what it says is, a summary of today's multi-channel consumer decision making for product purchase. There are search, review ratings, and styles, prices, comments on social media before you do a purchase. So you will know the truth even before you go and do the purchase. So therefore, please read reviews. Then I could remember in COVID-19 period, my mobile router battery got fat. Too fat and it burst. Okay, mobile router again. So it stays for about 6 hours once it's charged, and it was an excellent device. I got it from Mobitel, but the battery went up. I take a Mobitel. I took it to the mall. Mobitel, I told Mobitel, the service station, I give me a battery. He looked at the device and the battery and told, go to PETA. I asked, why? Why should I go to PETA? I thought he was referring to go to PETA. What? I thought there's a large service station, mobility service station at PETA that batteries are available. He told, unfortunately, this COVID-19, the batteries are not available with us. Mobility telling that, what shameless story. But what to do? Did I go to PETA? No. I really want to avoid the place PETA. Why? I don't like the setup, and I don't like the people over there, some people over there, and it's a dangerous place to be, according to my perception. So I didn't want to go there because I don't trust the shops over there. I don't know anyone there, and I don't trust him. So what did I do? I gave the device name, I gave the battery's number, and then I said Srilanka. I went to Google and I put. Then there was about 10 websites who are selling this battery, who were selling this battery in Srilanka. How did I choose? How did I choose? I exercised zero moment of it. How did I do that? I read what? Comments. Then there was a website called router.lk. And in that router.lk, this particular battery was there. It's a bit expensive, but I read there were 40 comments, all positive. What did I do? Immediately purchased. And they announced, they had declared that within 1 day they will deliver. So indeed, within 1 day, a person came on a motorcycle, gave it to my own hands, and then he went. So usually the battery normal price is 1,500, but they charge 3,000 rupees, but it's well worth, which still is working even after 3-4 years. So that's why my advice to you is, before you do anything, read what? Reviews on a product, comments on a product. That's what we call zero moment. Is that clear? Right. I think that's enough for today. But again, before we wind up, I would like to ask you a question. You understand what we discussed? So we discussed several concepts, starting from registers to zero moment. Right. We have the same discussion going on in this class. Right. And from next week, be ready for classroom activities attitude. Okay. Next week you go up to 6. Thank you very much. See you next week.